Greatest gifts, my dad's greatest gifts, Steve Elliot.
Who in this room remembers where they were January 13th, 1990? It holds significance to me. That is the day my life was flipped and I was an emotional wreck. For that is the day I lost my father to a massive heart attack. I was in my defining decade, as Jenna has put it, for I had just turned 20, and now I was without my father. My initial thoughts were of rage. How could this happen to me? He wasn't going to see major moments in my life. But then I came to realize, as time has passed on, his impact is felt in my life every day. Tonight, I'm going to share 3 of the greatest gifts he gave me and hopefully give you insight into this lovely man that I call my father. The first gift, communicating your feelings, letting people know where you stand. Second gift, treating people with respect and listening to what each other had to say. And the third gift, always being there for the ones you care most about. My father was great at communicating his love and affection for me and my sister. I never doubted for a moment how much he loved me, whether that was through communication or a big embarrassing bear hug in front of my friends. I always knew that my dad cared for me, had my back, and would do anything for me. And that left a tremendous imprint on me. And so now with James and Derek, they probably get tired of hearing how much I love them, but I do communicate that message because I want them to know and never have any doubts. I've had friends who have lost loved ones, and they've shared with me that that person never told them they loved them. That person, they weren't sure where they stood with that person. Or even worse, they'd last interaction with that person was an argument or a fight, and they hadn't spoken in years. Thankfully, I didn't have those feelings to deal with, and I'd like to think my boys' lives are enriched because they're never going to misunderstand my intentions. Treating people with respect and integrity. My dad was a huge hit with kids. And I've often asked my mom, what did he do that made kids just gravitate to him? And I think what it was he treated them with respect. He never was one to condescend to a little one or get away from me. No, my dad would get down on their level, listen to what they had to say, and interact with them like they were on his level, even though there was age gap. That left an imprint on me. And so, I will admit to you now, I have costumes hanging in my closet. Why do I have costumes in my closet? When James wants to play real-life Batman, that means Daddy's getting into real-life Robin suit. And yes, we're trouncing around that house in full regalia. Again, I think James' life is enriched by this experience. He's going to have memories of his dad, hopefully no photographic evidence, but memories of his dad dressing up as Robin. And my dad, that was him. He would embrace being a kid. You'd often find him playing with the kids when the adults were in the other room having their talks. And that left an imprint on me. Finally, my dad was a business agent for a union. And so there would be nights when that phone would be constantly ringing, and he would be on the phone with a concerned worker about a grievance or about a contract that was coming up, or my dad listened and was involved in their, whatever was bothering them, he would listen and counsel them on. I came to realize after that that was a rare trait. Most people, when 5 o'clock hit, work stopped. But my dad took it that step further. The one thing that he had tremendous skill at was the work never interfered with the family. And by that I mean, I can fondly recall him cheering me on at baseball games, running down the sidelines while I was trying to score that goal in soccer. He was supportive and he was there whenever I needed him. I've been to many dance recitals, and often I'm the only dad in the audience. But I do it because I feel it supports Derek and shows him that I am cheering for him along with everyone else. And again, that is so important to my sons and will be more important down the future. I have been alive longer without my dad than with him. And yet these gifts that he gave me, always letting people know how you feel, treating people with respect and listening, and always being there, have lasted throughout my life. I have firm belief that he is up there, smiling down on occasion at his children, laughing heartily of my struggles as a father. But those gifts continue to have impact not only on me, but the next generation of Elliots. Think about the gifts your parents have given you. And what have you passed on to the next generation? If you're like me, when you have those recollections, you will feel blessed. And you will know that even though people may be gone, their impact remains. And that just